So a few weeks ago, I put away the iPhone and officially switched over to the Pixel 4 as my main phone. Funny enough, one of the reasons I was hesitant or what was holding me back wasn't the phone at all. It was my AirPods. I wanted that level of quality on the Android side. And when the Pixel Buds were released, I was hoping this would be the answer. And I think it is. So Pixel Buds have been my primary headphones since pretty much they came out. I switched over to them and have been using them exclusively. And in that time, I've really grown to love and not so much love certain parts of them. But for the most part, these are an excellent pair of wireless earbuds, and I think they really fit well with the Google product family. And I'm really, really glad that they actually exist. I think Google nailed the hardware here. It's a good combination of portability and battery life, which is very important for these types of devices. So of course you get the two earbuds that are completely wireless and you get the charging case. I love this case. I love the matte kind of eggshell texture on it. I think the size, again, is perfect. It fits in your pocket with basically no noticeable effect. It also has the features that I'm accustomed to, like wireless charging, so I don't have to ever plug it in, although if you want to, it does use USB-C, which is nice. And other little things like having a light inside and outside so you can see the charge status, whether you're charging or if you have the case flipped open. And of course, arguably one of the most important things, it's actually easy to get the earbuds in and out. You don't have to look at it to actually put them back in, which I think is important. Now the earbuds themselves, I have kind of a love-hate relationship. When I first got them and put them in, they were extremely comfortable. I would say the most comfortable earbuds I had ever used. And I don't know what changed exactly, but now after using it for a little while, the little nub that sticks out that kind of hooks into your ear, after a few hours of listening, really starts to irritate my ear at least. Now I get why that is there. It helps secure the buds into your ear and they don't fall out, which is very nice, but they are very irritating. And I wish there was at least a way to either swap them out for different sizes or just take them off altogether, but they're built right in and there's not really much you could do about it. Now on the other hand, the ear tips themselves are removable and replaceable for different sizes, which is nice. For me, the standard ones fit perfectly, but if you need to adjust that, you can, which again is a good thing. And I think one of the major selling points for me is the touch panel on each earbud. So you can play, pause, skip tracks, adjust volume, and talk to Google Assistant. The fact that you can do all of that in this little tiny circle is very helpful, and it's something I use every single time. Volume control on something this small is obviously difficult, but they have made it work. The thing that I've gotten really used to from other pairs of wireless headphones is the ease of connection. Like you just put them in and they instantly connect and start working, and the Pixel Buds do that extremely well. There is kind of an app built in that lets you change different functions. You can see the charge level of each one, but you don't ever have to go into that if you don't want to. You just pair them for the first time, and once you do that, you never have to think about it again. And I haven't had any issues with that pairing. It has always worked. It has never dropped connection. Although with that connection, I have noticed that I can leave the phone here in the office and walk across the apartment through a few different walls and it will get a little bit choppy, whereas I don't have that issue with some other pairs. It's not a deal breaker in any sense, like it still works. It's just, I think the connection isn't quite as strong, but I think the overall connection and user experience is just better than a lot of traditional Bluetooth headphones. So for the most part, I think Google did a good job with this hardware, taking into consideration how different people's ears are and trying to make one that works for everyone. They did a pretty decent job. I don't think it's perfect, but nothing ever is. Headphones, of course, have really one purpose: to listen to things. So sound quality, of course, is important. And it's always so, debatable what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, because it really just depends on your preference. But there's a few things about the Pixel Buds that I noticed right off the bat. The first and kind of the most important to me is that the volume doesn't seem to get very loud at all. I can have the volume pretty much all the way up, and even though, that's a comfortable listening level for me, I feel like it should be able to go even higher than that. This could be an issue with my personal earbuds, but it seems like a strange issue to have. They aren't quiet by any means, but I would expect to be listening kind of at the mid-level when it's actually almost at the top, and that's just weird. And then for actual just sound quality, I think it's okay. I mean, you really just kind of have to set your expectations for what you're looking for a wireless pair of headphones. For me, I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of voice, so these work fine. I mean, sound quality doesn't matter as much when you're listening to voice. They definitely have a more, I think, flat sound signature. There's not as much bass. It's not very punchy. And, again, that could be something you like, could be something you don't like. I don't think they sound bad at all, but they're not like something to write home about. I think we're still waiting from any manufacturer to have that kind of holy grail of really great wireless earbuds that sound amazing, like really good, and also give you all the features of these wireless headphones. I don't know when we're gonna get there. I don't think the Pixel Buds do that just yet, but I'm not mad at the sound quality, which I guess is a good thing. Real quick, before we continue, I want to thank this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes that you can take from the comfort of your own home. And that's especially important in a climate like today. They offer classes in really anything creative: design, business, illustration, photography, videography, like really anything in that creative field, Skillshare has a class for you. If you're unsure of what the next move might be or what the future holds, taking these classes is a sure way to better yourself and just start learning. One of my favorite classes recently is how to make merch from Aaron Draplin. It's nice to get my design chops back in action and learn for a project that you'll see very soon. You can sign up for Skillshare Premium for less than $10 a month, but for the first 1,000 of you who use the link down in the description, you can get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. So check it out and start learning. So when Google released the first Pixel Buds, the ones that weren't truly wireless, it was just like, why Google? Like, this obviously wasn't the future of these earbuds. It seemed like something they just kind of had to release. They threw it out there because they really had no other option. Luckily, with this version, they listened, they researched, and they really fixed most of the issues, and they came out with a really great product. But I think with the next version, it can be even better. There's a few things here that are just missing. Noise cancellation is one that I think would definitely be nice to see. Google does such a great job with software that you would think their noise cancellation would be like top notch. And I think it could be. It would just be nice to see here. And even if that is a second tier or a different version of the Pixel Buds, like for the price, I totally understand that these wouldn't have noise cancellation. I'm okay with that. Just having that option would be nice to have. The other thing is, I think it needs better microphones. They're definitely functional, but you can tell that you're on a Bluetooth device that maybe isn't as close to your mouth as it should be. Not a deal breaker again, but I think something that they could definitely improve. And again, Google with their software expertise, I think they could really hit this out of the park if they actually focused on it. And I think the fact that those are really only the 2 things that I would personally change for the next version is, impressive. Technically, this isn't Google's first attempt at wireless headphones, but for the first truly wireless pair, it's actually a really well done product. Now, I know there has been word from other people that they're having software issues, they're having battery life issues, like tons of issues with this. Personally, I haven't experienced that unless the volume is one of them, then there you go, maybe I have. But overall, like the actual function of them has been really good for me. And that's something I was really wanting for a long time. And I think Google really kind of hit it out of the park here. I think these are the go-to earbuds on Android. Yes, there are other companies that make them, some very good, like the Samsung Galaxy Buds. But I think if you're looking for the best experience, I would just go with these. I think they have the best tactility, the best hardware, the best charging case. Like, it all comes together in one good package. And I'm glad that this is finally here.